projections are based on 12 months of actual results, which will not be finalized until publication of the 2014 annual financial report. We're currently projecting an ending fund balance of $210 million in the general fund. That's approximately $6 million more than last month. The projection for revenues and other sources decreased by $3.7 million. That was a lot of up and down movement. The largest movements were property tax decreasing by $5.6 million due to higher tax reimbursements, industrial assessments increasing by $939,000 due to higher than anticipated collections, sales tax decreasing by $500,000, as the controller noted. We had lower than anticipated sales tax receipts with the growth year over year of only 1.7%. And charges for services increased our projection by 2.9, mainly due to higher ambulance fee, police services, and garbage collector fees being higher than anticipated. Our municipal courts, fines, and forfeits decreased by $703,000, mainly due to lower ticket issuance, and sale of capital assets decreased by $833,000 due to a delay in land sales. As I noted, there are other changes that can be found in the financial report for the general fund. Revenues and expenditures, our projection decreased by $9.6 million from last month's projection due to personnel supplies, services, savings, and departments of $3.5 million, as well as a year-end reduction in health benefit cost of $6.1 million. We agree with the controller in the enterprise funds, so I will move to the health benefit fund, where our projection for revenues there did decrease by $18.9 million. That's citywide to reflect refunds of health benefit contributions as a result of lower projected claims. As the controller said, this will put us in compliance with governmental accounting standard board guidance on maximum fund balance in that fund. In the expenditures in that fund, we decreased our projection by $14.2 million, mainly due to lower medical claims than anticipated. And long-term disability expenditures decreased by $1.1 million due to actuarial adjustments for medical claims. In the property and casualty fund, revenues and expenditures decreased by $2.2 million due to lower costs for legal services. In workers' compensation, our operating revenues and expenditures decreased by $838,000 due to lower claims than anticipated. In the asset forfeiture fund, revenues increased by $1.8 million due to higher confiscations. Expenditures decreased by $1 million, mainly due to savings in supplies and services. In the auto dealer fund, expenditures decreased by $305,000 due to delays in equipment purchases. In the park special revenue fund, expenditures decreased by $290,000 to reflect year-end savings in various accounts. In the building inspection fund, our revenues increased by $2.3 million, continuing the trend of higher permanent activities in that fund. In the essential public health services, revenues decreased by $1 million due to delays in implementing various programs. In the forensics transition special fund, revenues and expenditures decreased by $450,000 due to savings in supplies and services, as well as transfer of personnel to the general fund. In parking management, revenues increased by $509,000 due to higher fees and violations, but expenditures decreased by $883,000 due to savings in various accounts. In the parks golf fund, expenditures decreased by $402,000 year-end savings in personnel. Finally, in the special waste fund, expenditures decreased by $1.7 million, mainly due to delays in construction projects and vehicle purchases. Thank you very much. That concludes our report.
Chair recognizes Councilmember Davis.
Thank you, ma'am. Controller, you mentioned that we had a little brief conversation about the health benefits fund, and you said that there may be some options, and Director Dow alluded to possible options once these projections are come true, I guess, in December. So what are the options?
And that's something that Mr. Dow will have to explain. Well, can talk to you all about it, and the mayor as well. But you obviously are going to refund those premiums, and so the next question is, what do you do with them?
So okay, so that's a
that would be a policy decision.
Okay.
It's not necessarily a refund of premiums decision. It is a broker. They devolve back to the general fund, any savings. So, and since we can't spend any, the council has already capped the use of general funds dollars for next year. Any savings we have will be moved forward till the 16 budget.
Because I know on Section 3, page 1, the numbers were the adopted budget was 309, and the controllers as well as the finance projections were 251 for pretty much a $51+ million, and we can't keep more than 40% 3 million, the fund balance says, what, 8 million plus or so?
I think it's a total return of 19 million to just two various funds. The general fund portion is, of course, smaller than the citywide portion. So in the total amount we've returned, that we project returning to the general fund this fiscal year is 13 million. So that will, as the mayor said, just go straight to fund balance. And it can't be appropriated without a separate motion of council because, as the mayor said, the budget caps our expenditures.
I don't know what it looks like, Mayor, but one of the things that we do here coming to our, in the district about our retired seniors, I don't know what the numbers look like, but I would like to see if there's some way we could work with some of our retired city employees, maybe with their upcoming premiums or past premiums.
Well, Councilmember, we had a presentation earlier this week as well as to the potential challenges in 2016. Certainly, premiums could be lowered for retirees or employees, but that just makes the hole bigger in 2016.
Okay. Thank you.
It is an option. Councilmember Pennington.
That is a more general question about the health benefits report, Mr. Dow. It's a good report, right? I mean, our cost of health benefits, I know just looking at the projections, are one of the few categories that are going up less than a percentage, and my 0.02, as I recall. These numbers reflect that our wellness program is working in.
Yes, absolutely, and hopefully it portends well for the future. We didn't project a lot of growth, as you mentioned, in the budget this year, and it looks like that trend is going to continue. So you're right, this is a result of a lot of hard work that's gone in by employees and by the Human Resources Department.
Yeah, it also means that our employees are paying attention and their health, they're attending to their health, and it's getting better, hopefully.
That's correct.
Yeah. The other question I had relates to the Parks Golf Special Fund. That's not a large fund, and $402,000 is a pretty significant number for that fund. I just wonder how that many personnel were let go. Was some golf course discontinued, or?
It's actually just positions not filled throughout the year, and so cumulatively delays in hiring added up to that savings. It wasn't any specific initiative.
So it affected each one of our.
It was across various.
Thank you very much.